the experience of childhood cancer. So, everybody here has known somebody, even an adult or a child, who's had cancer before in their life. It's a sad thing to go through, especially if they die. But if they live, that's a good thing. I did my research and found out that 43 children, every day 43 children are diagnosed with cancer. And only 12% of them do not survive. That may be a small amount, but that's still somebody's child. After class one day, I stayed back and I talked to Dr. Grant, like, how can I make my topic relatable to everybody in here if they had cancer? And luckily not luckily, but like, he told me, he gave me some insight that his girlfriend has had 2 tumors. And I couldn't remember if he said he still had them, like they was out yet. But yeah, he gave me some. Now, my personal experience with cancer was, when I was 8 years old, I'm trying to cry, I don't like trying to people believe me. But when I was 8 years old, I was diagnosed with brain tumor. I spent 2 years in the hospital, and I can remember this, it was June of 2008. And I was having Chinese that day. I remember the meal. And it was funny because I thought, because my head started hurting as soon as I got eaten. So I thought a noodle went to my head. But then later on that day, I still had headaches for like 2 weeks and 3 weeks went on. And my parents started noticing, like, my eye was like turning all kinds of ways, and I started having bad headaches. And I was getting weaker. I couldn't walk to the car to my front door. So they took me in for an MRI. At first they didn't see nothing, so they took me home. Next day after that, they said they found a mass in my head. It took 2 years to get rid of that. But since the whole experience in the hospital,
You got this.
I went through 8 surgeries. The first surgery was the major one, they took it out. I had 3 shots put in my head. You can see the scars on my chest from where they had to insert catheters. I've had 3 catheters put in my chest. I had to draw blood from. My mom was the only one that stayed home. I had 2 sisters at home with my dad. My mom stayed with me till 2 years. And that's the reason I love my mom the most. She was there with me when I came out of surgery. Now I was all stitched up. Couldn't even walk. I couldn't even use the bathroom. There were 3 other people that came in the hospital with me. I was the only one that survived. My friend Emily, that I met in the hospital, my friend Jake, and my other friend Malachi. Emily died in the hospital because her tumor came back. My other friends, I found out one of them died last week because her tumor came back. The hardest part was with my parents. Hearing every day that your child might not make it. That was scary for me, but for them, I was their son. Now going back into the Brain Tumor Foundation. The Brain Tumor Foundation has helped many families in and out of the hospital who have gone through this. One person that I love is the Make-A-Wish Foundation. My wish when I went in there was to meet Dwayne Johnson. Now I didn't really know if I was going to meet him or not. But through this whole ordeal, they was asking me all these different questions about the organization and how to get into it. And then back in 2010 was when I actually got my wish. My parents didn't tell me. They told me that my dad was going to accreditation. We had to do a presentation somewhere, so we had to take it to the airport. We woke up at maybe like, it was early in the morning, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, take him to the airport. When we got out of the car, they had finally told me. And I tell you, I was so happy, I was jumping around. We took a flight to LA. The limo came and picked us up. We went to go see the Universal Studios in Los Angeles. We went to go see where the Harry Potter movie was made and the Wolfman movie was made. And then that evening, we went to go meet Dwayne Johnson himself. We had to sit down and eat with him, and we had to have conversations with him. That night, we had to see the screening of his movie, The Tooth Fairy. And we were one of the first people to see it when it first came out. Next, the Brain Tumor Foundation has also allowed scholarships. That's what I'm on now, the Brain Tumor Foundation scholarship. I forgot how much they give you, but that's what, yeah. Then they have other events that you can still be involved in, like Rock for Kids, Angels Among Us, and Walk for Wishes. I've grown out of some of these, but I still go just to support other people that's going through it. And for conclusion, the brain tumor can be a tragedy, but the activities make up for the lost time, like I was talking about. I've been on Bob and Showground, so I can talk about my experience to the world. And then I've also been on a couple commercials. And there's a saying that says, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that's how I keep in my head every time I see somebody that's going through this.